Hey, what's up guys? I'm back. I told you guys in my introduction in my first video that this car is gonna be needing a compressor. So I'm gonna tackle that today. I'm gonna change the compressor. Alright, I'm gonna show you guys how it's done. Alright, but first things first, before you do this, you gotta have your AC refrigerant recovered. Alright, so I've done that. I took it to my work and recovered the refrigerant, and I'm gonna do the re-entry for the compressor right now. Let's get to it. Okay guys, so this is the compressor that I got from online. Alright, so here it is. GPD Global Parts Distributors. Okay, so that's the brand. I got this from Rock Auto. I'm gonna link in the page of the website that I got this from. I'm pretty sure that you guys are familiar with Rock Auto, right? I mean, it's the place to get all the parts that you need. Cheap and fast delivery. I got this in 4 days. I also order a brake power stop from Rock Auto, and I got it in like 2 days. Alright, I got this like 2 days later after I got the brake. So this is what I have. This is the part number 4715013. Alright, it's a Denso. I'm surprised it's a Denso brand. So this is gonna be pretty good, I'm hoping. Alright, so I just wanted to show you guys the parts right here before I get started with the work. There's no o-ring here. I was expecting to have an o-ring, but there is no o-ring. I guess when you just buy a compressor, it doesn't come with o-ring unless you buy a compressor kit, right? It comes with everything. So anyways, let's get started. Okay guys, so start off by opening the hood. Just like that. It's kind of hard to be working with just, with just one hand. So hopefully you guys can see that in the video. It is dark though, right? Brighten things up here. Alright, so there it goes. That's the engine. It's a V6 4-liter. So the first step that you would do is recover the refrigerant. You go to a shop somewhere to recover it. So start off by removing this and that. So remove the clamps here, and see, I'm just working my through here. I'll have a look what needs to be removed. Alright, so there's the bolt right there, and then right there. So I'll basically have to remove this cover in order to access this bolt right here, and then the other bolt right there. Alright, so I'll get started with that. Mil. So I don't see any other bolt. So put that out of the way. I have this right here. This is a longer bolt compared to the other one, so that's going to be separated. Alright. I'm going to loosen the clamps here that I showed you guys earlier. That. See how easy that pops out? And then there is a hose that's connected to the valve cover, so just pop that off like that. Easily popped off. And there is a connector right here that you have to remove like that, and then pop this harness out just like that. And then you want to pop this out right here just like that. Then we have everything out. Alright, so that's out. Put that aside there. Also gonna remove this box. I think, I don't know, I might be able to slide the compressor out underneath here. Right here. Let's see if I can try and squeeze the new one in here. Alright, so I decided not to remove this yet. It looks like I can fit the compressor down here. So I'm going to remove the left front wheel, and I'm going to remove this wheel cover so I can have access to so I can remove the compressor that way. Alright, so it won't be coming up this way, but it will be coming out that way and coming in from the same way. Okay. Alright, hey, what's up guys? So before you remove the belt, that's the next step. Alright, so we're removing the belt. Before you remove the belt, you want to have to draw the diagram so you don't forget how the orientation of the belt was. Alright, so I'm going to draw a little diagram here. So this will be the crank pulley, the big one. This will be the alternator, power steering pump. So I'm going to put power steering, alternator. Okay, right on top is the tensioner. And then idler pulley. And there will be a fan right here. And the compressor. Okay guys, so this is what I got. This is the crank, alternator, power steering, belt tensioner, idler pulley. Alright guys, I hope that you guys can see this. So here's my list: crank, compressor, fan pulley, belt tensioner, idler pulley, power steering, and the alternator. Alright, so the belt goes around the crank and to the fan. So it goes like this, to the fan, to the tensioner, and back down to alternator, to power steering pump, into idler pulley, to compressor, back down to crank. Alright, so that's the diagram for the belt, serpentine belt. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove the belt now. This is the tensioner right here. That's where we're gonna release the so have yourself a 3/8 ratchet. All you need is this square right here. So you want to put it in there, and then counterclockwise, guys. Okay, there you go. You can remove it anywhere where there's slack. So I got it off from the idler. There you go. So that's off. And I'm going to remove the belt from the compressor. Alright, so the belt is off. Okay, alright, so that's out of the way. Okay. So anyways guys, it started to rain now. So that's why I have an umbrella. Look, it's starting to drizzle. I mean, it's not bad at all, but like, you know, gotta cover myself, right? So I don't get sick. But anyway, I'm gonna get started. I think I'm gonna remove the wheel, and I'll go from there. Just gonna crack it loose, guys, and then I'm gonna use my power tools to loosen it when I have it. Okay guys, so I'm going to remove this screw right here, this screw right here, and possibly all the screws, but depends. If I can just try to if I can just like move it out this way, this partial part of it, just so I can have access to this area right here, it's good. I don't know how to remove everything, but I'm gonna go ahead one by one. I'm gonna go remove this first, the section here. I think, yeah, there is screws here too. There's two right there, and yeah, that's about it. All right, there should have been a nut here. There should have been a nut there, but there's nothing. So I'm gonna go with the flow here. All right, guys. Alright, so I'm eventually gonna remove that. See what else needs to be removed here. I pretty much have good access already. But it's probably better if I remove some of the clips here. Go ahead and remove this clip. I'll just drop the whole thing so I can have better access. Alright. That's up. There you go, that's out, guys. And look what I have here. You can see the compressor right there. Alright, this hose is kind of like on the way, but maybe I can maneuver it just by like pushing out of the way. I can't turn on the light. Alright guys, so as I was saying earlier, I got the cover out and now we can see the compressor right here. And I was saying earlier that I might be able to, I'm just gonna maneuver this hose right like that, and then I can pull that thing out of here. I'm actually gonna go grab the new one, see if I can maneuver it in through there. I'm pretty sure I could though. But anyway, I'll get to it. I'm just gonna try out. Okay guys, so this is the new compressor here. I'm gonna try to put it in there. Oh yeah. It's probably easy to maybe get to it. No problem. Okay, yeah, so I tried getting it in there. It's tough getting it with the coolant hose, the radiator hose, so I may have to remove the radiator hose. Alright, but what I'm gonna do now, the next step is to remove the lines and then the compressor bolts. Alright? Okay guys, I can easily access the compressor bolt right here. I can see it. I want to show you guys the line. Alright, so these are the line right here. So that's one and the other one's below it. Alright, so I believe those are 12 mil bolts. I'm gonna go ahead and loosen those. Alright, so note that I already recovered the refrigerant. Alright, so I have nothing to worry about any refrigerant, you know, gushing out of there. Alright. Okay guys, so I have two long extension wobble extension with 12 there. I'm gonna use my gun. Okay, that didn't work. Anyway, let me try the top one. Alright, that took it off. That's good. I'm gonna change this and put a swivel adapter to this. Alright. Okay guys, I got a swivel adapter here. I'm gonna try to see if I can get that in the belt. Alright, so that's in. I don't know if you guys can see that. Alright guys, so I was able to undo the bolt, the bottom one, and then it just made a big splash on my camera here. You guys can see this green on the screen right there. So made a big splash on my camera. I should have released the pressure first by pressing onto the port. I didn't do that. Alright, so it built the pressure when I was driving, I guess, because I did recover this last night, so I drove it home, and so it probably built pressure, and that's why it popped out like that. It splashed. Alright, so anyway, so I got those bolts down. All I have to do now is move the lines. See, this one also is removed. Just gonna take that bolt out of there, and you guys can see I'm gonna pop that out. I'm just gonna pop it out just like that. Alright guys, so both lines are out. I gotta find that bolt. Okay guys, so I was able to find the bolt. It didn't actually fall. Hold up a second, let me wipe down the oil that's in my phone. Holy cow. There you go. Okay guys, so here is the line. This is the lower line, and I have the line above. Alright, that is actually the low side, so this is the high side. Alright, so I'm just gonna hang it like that over there, and the low side will hang right here. Alright, so I'm going to remove the bolts now. The two front bolts are relatively easy to remove, so it's just that bolt and that bolt. The third one is behind. Alright, so I'll show you guys. I'll point it out if you guys can see. Okay, so that's the bolt right there. So this is going to be a bit challenging to remove. What I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the back and go in the front. So this is the setup that I got for that bolt right there. Alright, so I have extensions. I have WOBBLE extensions, all three WOBBLE extensions. So the first thing I did was basically put the small extension first with the 12 deep socket, and connect all the other two WOBBLE extensions just like that. Alright, so I use my my ratchet tool to loosen it first, and just drive it out with my gun. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove this. Okay. Alright, so that's what I use. Alright, so these are wobble extensions, and they work pretty good. Alright, and I use my ratchet to loosen it and then drive it out with my gun. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and remove that. I'm gonna go ahead and remove that bolt. Okay, so that's out. And the next two remaining bolt is easy. Alright, it's just right here. Alright, so before I remove the last bolt, I'm going to remove the connector, check if anything else connected to the compressor. Alright, so okay guys, I'm gonna loosen the last bolt. I'm gonna use my ratchet first, and then I'm gonna use my power tools. Alright. Just gonna try and squeeze it in here. Okay, it's in. It's out, so it's coming. It's out, so it's gonna go in that way too. All right. All right, so I'm gonna quickly compare this with what I have. All right. Looks like we got a match. All right. So this brand is, can't really see. Right. So I'm gonna put this in now, and it's gonna go the same way. How it came out, it's gonna go the same way. All right. Before I put this in, I actually want to put some more oil in it, so when I go to the shop and go for a recharge, it doesn't seize on me. So what you need to do first actually is to add some oil in, about 2 ounces. So I'm gonna add 2 ounces in. Alright, so I'm gonna pause this for a little bit, then I'm gonna get back to putting this back together before I forget. Alright, so I removed the cover here. It was like that, so I removed that. And then I'm gonna add about 2 ounces. So this is 2 ounces. I'm gonna add this all up. know that this compressor is already come in pre-oiled, but I'm gonna add some more just to be safe. I'm gonna add 2 ounces just to be safe, so when I make my drive to the shop to do a recharge, it's not gonna be seizing on me. Alright guys, so that's that 2 ounces in. So you basically want to put the cover back in so it doesn't leak out while you're maneuvering and putting this in. Alright, just finger tight. Also gonna loosen this so it's finger tight, so I don't have to use my tool later on to remove it. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and put this back together now. Okay, it's there. Now just gotta put bolts in. Alright, so the I'm just gonna plug in the connector here. That's in, and I'm gonna change the O-ring to this one and to this one. So both O-rings needs to be changed. So I'm gonna go ahead and remove those. Alright guys, so all the bolts are torqued to spec. They're tight spec. So compressor is in. So basically these are the lines here. I'm gonna remove the O-ring. I'm gonna remove this O-ring and I'm gonna replace it with OEM. So I actually went to the Nissan dealership this morning and picked some O-rings, and I'm surprised to know that the price on these are like 11 bucks and $19. Alright, so they're quite expensive. So I would have gotten an order one from Amazon, but it takes a couple days to get to me. So anyway, it is what it is. I'm gonna put it in today, so I need it today. So I'm gonna have to pay for the price. Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead, remove this O-rings and put a new one in. Okay guys, so I'm gonna start off with this. Okay guys, so this is the O-ring that I got from Nissan. This is the bigger one, so that's the part number. And this is the smaller O-ring, that's the part number. So I'm just gonna oil the O-rings before I connect them. So I'm just gonna smear it with some oil. This is PAG oil. Alright, so I'm just gonna use my finger here, just like that. Just so it's lubricated, so it goes in nice and easy, no resistance. Same with this one. Alright, let's gonna give this one a wipe, make sure that the surface is nice and clean. Because I wiped it. There you go. So now I'm gonna put it first before you try to push it in. So it's easier. And then you can push it in. Just like so. Okay. Oops. Okay guys, so the air conditioning compressor is in. Now I've already aligned the belt onto the pulley. So the next step is to put the pulley back on, the belt back on, and then I'm gonna put everything back together, like the wheel well here. Alright, so you guys already saw the removal. So the installation is basically the reverse. Alright guys, so if you guys like this content, don't forget to please like and subscribe and follow for more upcoming videos about this Pathfinder R51. Alright guys, I think I'm gonna go and replace the rear sway bar bushings because it's failing, it's making noise, tons of noise. So I'm gonna go ahead and replace that, and I'm also going to change the coolant because it has aftermarket coolant, and obviously you want to try and avoid overheating and stuff like that. Just to be sure, I'm putting in a Nissan OEM coolant. Alright, the good stuff. Okay guys, because I wanna be able to keep this for a while, and I want it to be reliable. So I'm changing all the oil. I already changed the engine oil, and so I already bypassed the transmission oil cooler to radiator. And so what I'm gonna do is change the coolant now also, and eventually in a couple thousand miles I'm going to replace the transmission fluid and do the transmission service. Okay guys, so I'm all done here. I'm gonna go to the shop and get it charged up and follow up with you guys on how the air conditioning is working. All right, I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching, guys.